Shall we begin?
Here we are beyond the edit with a fun segment that we are starting called 9 Minutes with 99 to Beaters, where we're going to feature 99 to beat contestants, give them a bunch of rapid fire questions. We're going to set a timer for just 9 minutes. And our first contestant today, we're so excited, is Janice. Thank you for joining us. And for all of you guys watching, Janice was one of the first people Aggie and I connected with on the show, and we would go down and have breakfast with and had such a good time. So we love our Janice and so grateful that you're here with us to be our first guinea pig here on 99 to Beaters.
Thank you so much, Janice.
This is so much fun.
Well, we'll see at the end, right? It may be a little rough. She may be like, oh gosh, those girls.
Why did I do it?
Okay, are you ready, Janice? Okay, I'm going to set
am.
a timer. We got 9 minutes, and here we go. All right, Janice, tell everybody, where are you originally from and where do you live now?
I'm originally from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I live in New York City now, and I've been in New York for over 40 years.
Midwesterner, Aggie. She's a Midwesterner at heart. Woo!
I haven't lived there for a while, but yes, that's right.
And I know you love to travel. Where is your favorite place that you've traveled?
My absolute most favorite place was to Kenya. I went there a pretty long time ago, but I always say if you like animals, it's a really good place. But if you love them, it is the best thing you could ever do in your entire life. And every single day on that trip was just better than the last day. And I kept thinking, I can't imagine a better day ever. And then on the way home on the plane, they played that movie Out of Africa.
Gosh.
I cried the whole way.
I remember you actually telling me about that, Janice, because we were just talking about place to travel. I'm like, I want to go on a safari. And you're like, okay, when you're ready, I have the people.
Yes, the Abercrombie and Kent one. Is that what that?
I
Oh my
do.
gosh, it's going to be so hard to do the 9 minutes because I want to talk more. It's going to be so hard.
Okay, Janice, we all were so worried when we watched the first episode of 99 Beat because all we remember is like you falling in that lay challenge, okay? And I know, at the end you were fine. We were all worried about it. But then when we actually watched the show, there was no, oh, poor Janice when you fell. We were like, Janice just body slammed Geraldine into the ground. So I want to know where those wrestling WWE moves come from because, girl, you ain't fooling anybody. Where did those come from? You body slammed her.
I do have to tell you that I absolutely wish that I had been able to body slam her, but I actually did not. And what happened was there was so much confetti on the floor that I slipped. And I also made an enormous mistake because I'm not like a sneaker kind of person. I like little ballet flats. So I'm wearing ballet flats and one flew off and I just went flying along the floor. I did not body slam again. I not that I would like to, but I wish I had that kind of strength, but I don't. And I thought, oh my God, am I crazy? Why did I
Wait, what'd your husband think of that when that happened? Because
he also thought I body slammed her and he was screaming with laughter. He's like, oh my God, she was like a foot taller than you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, I noticed that. And I honestly didn't even see her. And certainly not when I was running and sliding on the confetti. I ended up on the ground and didn't get hurt through some crazy, I don't know what luck, because I could have broken so many bones. And I got up, I felt everything. I'm like, all right, I think I'm okay. And unfortunately, it didn't happen exactly. I think they tried to make it look like that.
It was one of our favorite moments. It was one of our favorent moments.
Yeah, you were a total badass in that moment. Like, oh my God.
Well played.
And also, they showed it from 2 angles. So some people thought that I actually fell on the ground twice, but really, one time was just enough.
And with your husband seeing that, overall, how did he feel about you being on the show?
If he had seen that before I went, that was a possibility, I think he would have said, don't go. But he knows how crazy I am. so nothing phases him, and so he didn't think it was unusual, but when I did call to say that I was coming home, he said, "Well, that's too bad you lost, but, like,
Yeah.
yay!" He was
I
so happy I
I know
was
you
coming
guys have a really
home.
great
So
relationship just, talking with you. I'm sure, yeah, he was excited to have you back home, and just you being on the show was just so incredible. Like I said, that was one of our favorite highlights of the entire season. We're like, "Oh, the Aggie, she totally body slammed." Like, that was awesome. Okay, Janice, I'm a big college basketball fan, okay? And I love watching the NCAA tournament, and I'm a big KU basketball fan, and KU is always really good, and in the tournament, though, they're always a contender, but sometimes they go out first round, and I always get asked the question, "Hey, is it better for your team? Is it better to go out first round or to make it all the way to the end and not win?" So I wanna ask you, being the first one out, do you think it's better being the first one out, or is it better to go all the way to the end but not win?
you know, I guess because I was very sad that I did leave so soon, that sort of colors my thinking, although I have to say, I was happy that, um, my husband said, "Look, let's say this show goes on for years and years, you could be a trivia question. Who was the first person to be knocked out of 99 to beat?"
Yes! Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
So, and I feel like it's probably better to be the first one out than maybe like the 98th one out. I mean, that would be where you would really see, like, oh my God, I actually have a chance here. And so, I sort of felt like, all right, my chances are not so great. I just didn't expect to be knocked out so soon.
And might I add, it was very sad to see you go, like, we all cried because you are so amazing. It really cut
Yeah.
deep when you left.
Yep. Yep. We had fun with Janice.
Yes.
I was sad to leave. At first I thought, like, okay, exactly what we're saying. Like, all right, I got out and I, got to be in the circle and hold up that very heavy sign, which I couldn't even reach it
Yeah.
exactly because I no,
It was twice the
don't
size
have
of
the
you.
largest. It was. But then, like, once I was like leaving and everybody was still there, and then they were talking about the different games that were played. I thought, I could have done
Yeah.
that. And then, so overall, I'm really kind of sad I had to leave so early. I would have been happy to just at least have like a few more
Yeah, the
challenges.
honest Janice, you and I talked about this. Food, not great. And you're living the high life there in New York. So I know that you weren't sad missing any of that, just sad missing us.
I mean, I was happy to go home and eat like, food.
Yep.
I realized I sort of almost ate nothing the entire time I was there. And I think I was there for 5
Yeah.
days. So, yes, I was glad to be back.
Yeah, I bet, honestly. And, we know you've been in the film industry and entertainment industry for a very long time. So, what is the greatest highlight of your TV career?
Oh, well, I'm going to tell you something. It was actually on an infomercial. And that infomercial, I got to spend some time with Dick Van Dyke. And I love Dick Van Dyke. And he could not have been nicer. And we had a moment like my 15 minutes of infomercial fame. And but we were laughing together and having the best time. And that is certainly one of the highlights. And another one also had to do with another game show. It was the You Bet Your Life with Jay Leno, and I got to spend time with Jay Leno. And
Wow,
after the show, he stayed and talked to me. He didn't have to do that.
really
He
cool.
was so nice. Same thing, genuinely
Oh, that's neat.
amazing.
Yeah.
So,
We knew you've had a very fun-filled, exciting life. So with all those things that, you've accomplished, you've had such a great career in the entertainment industry, but why 99 to Beat? What was your why behind that? Why did you, audition for it?
well, you know what? Because I'm an actor and I get a million different crazy casting calls every day. Most of them I couldn't even really possibly submit for. But then this came along and I said, huh, that sounds interesting. Oh, it's a game show. And I really had fun on the other game show. It was a couple of years before that. And I thought, okay, what's the big deal? I'll just submit. And I didn't expect to get called. And I got called, I think, the same day. Probably one of the reasons was that, it was a very lovely, diverse group of people, and they were looking for someone a little older like me. So I think that was probably like, "Oh boy, she's old. Like, let's get her." So I
That's funny. And next thing
so
you know,
I just,
there you were out there with all of us. All right, one more
and I
question,
was
Aggie,
like,
because
"Okay."
time's up.
Oh,
Well, that goes by so fast. But is there one thing that people didn't see on 99 to Beat that you want everyone to know about?
yes, I'll tell you what it was. The very first day I was there, I called my husband and I said, "I have never in my life felt such love from so many people that I just met 5 minutes ago." And I had watched the UK version and I thought, "What are these people crying for? And why are they so emotional? And what are they talking about?" And I learned it in seriously the first day when I got off the plane and all of a sudden I'm walking around London with 25 people I never saw before in my life and having an absolute fabulous time. And walking through the halls of the hotel and people so happy and so just
Yeah.
loving and
Yep.
kind, and I loved everyone. I was so happy to see everyone. Every single person I truly
Yep.
adored. I mean, where do you get
Yep.
that?
Right.
So that's what I'd like people to know
Well,
about how much fun it was.
and you know, Janice, because of that, that was the reason why we wanted to start these segments because we're like, people don't get to see that on the show. And that's one reason why when everybody was in tears and everybody was so sad to see when someone goes, because we really enjoyed everyone's company. And there were some really incredible stories too out there that, you know, we want people to see that you just aren't going to get on the show. So I'm so glad that was the one thing you wanted to let everybody know because we're like, yes, you just don't know. We're all like family now. We've trauma bonded.
That was
Totally.
absolutely right. I mean, we're still friends. That's another thing people should know. Like, we're practically like every single one of us, 100 people, are still friends.
Yes.
And we talk not only every day, but like all day long,
Yes.
people are
Yes.
Yeah,
looking at,
Yep.
texts, and
Yep.
it's amazing.
that group chat is forever.
Yeah, it is.
It
Yeah.
is.
Oh,
It is.
absolutely. Yep. And we'll fight like a family too. We've seen some of that a little bit as well.
Yes, we have. Yes.
Truly.
Thank you, Janice, so much for being for being our guinea pig. We really appreciate it.
Well,
We love you
thank
so
you so
much,
much for
Janice.
having me. And I hope to see you soon in actual person.
Well, you know we will.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank you,
and
Janice.
before we go though, Janice, where can people find you if they want to follow
Yes.
all of your fun adventures?
So I'm on Instagram on Janice Goldman Silver, and remember the 2 medals. And I am also on Facebook, and I guess I have TikTok, but I don't exactly follow it only due to my age. So yeah,
Too. I have it. I don't know how to use it. All
I
right.
don't have a clue. So
Thank you,
uh,
Janice.
Thank you so
thank
much,
you.
Janice.
We love you.
Okay. We love you too. I love you, not we.
You and the cats and your husband. We know you guys all love us.
Cats here. My cats are with me.
Love
They love
you.
Bye-bye.
you too. Okay,
Bye.
bye.